Technology news. It's brought to you this week by Surfside. We get another Surfside college football watch party on Saturday in Oviedo Park Pub.
Or as I've deemed it, OPP.
2 to 4, I'll be out there if you want to come and watch some college football. Enjoy a Surfside and maybe win some goodies from us at JRR and Surfside.
Yeah, you said, rumor is you might have some FSU tickets to give away and other good stuff. So go on out and join Lyncher 2 to 4 Saturday at OPP.
So we're about a week away from support for Windows 10 ending, at least here in the United States. Europe is getting another year of support. So the question is, will Microsoft relent and do the same here with the 440 million Windows 10 machines that have not been upgraded to Windows 11 or can't be upgraded to Windows 11?
Come on, work with us.
I think they're crazy if they don't.
They'd have to be that many people?
For that, well, no, it's machines, not necessarily that many users. But
you know what I'm saying.
To think that everyone and their brother all of a sudden has the money to drop on a brand new computer to get Windows 11 is just not realistic, in my opinion.
No, it's not at all.
So there are 3 ways to extend your Windows 10, and I've been telling you about that every week for the last few months, and those are still in effect. But
you can also just Google ways to extend.
Right, but
do it quick. Before you lose your Windows 10.
You're not going to lose it. You lose the support for it, which, security updates and whatnot. You're rolling the dice.
Which means next step is losing it.
Ferrari reveals Electrica. That is the name of their electric car that will roll out next year.
Nope, don't do it.
If you're going to spend the money on a Ferrari, are you getting an Electrica?
We had this whole conversation with Harleys. You don't mix certain things.
Ferrari has this. The Italian manufacturer has this goal of transitioning eventually to electric vehicles. Also, with the announcement of Electrica, they have scaled back their goals as far as percentage of the lineup that's going to be dedicated to electric vehicles by 2030. They are still really going to be big into the internal combustion engine, which is at the heart of most Ferrari enthusiasts.
Yeah.
So they, it's not just here in the U.S. where EVs have sort of kind of leveled off for now. It's around the world as well. Not to say that we won't get there eventually, but baby steps.
It's tapered off from the craze that it seemed to be doing at the beginning.
Elon Musk has settled with ex-Twitter executives in a $128 million severance pay lawsuit. Remember when he came in and took over then Twitter and changed it to X? He booted a lot of people, including a lot of the upper management. Well, 4 of those individuals had this ongoing lawsuit, and they have apparently settled on whatever terms of that's not public. But
I bet that is a chunk of change right there.
Police in Europe have busted a suspected retail and just general theft ring aimed at stealing iPhones and then reselling them in China. They found 40,000 iPhones that had been attempted to be smuggled from the UK to China over the last 12 months. That they've now scooped up a large portion of the crime syndicate that has been responsible for stealing these phones and then selling them to China, where they're cleaned up, repackaged, and sold again.
Pat, they found 40,000.
Right.
So think of how many they didn't find. But even with those 40,000, if you just averaged it out at $1,000 a phone, oh my God.
Amazon is adding vending machines stocked with prescription drugs to its One medical clinics, allowing patients to pick up their medications immediately after their appointment. A wide range of common prescriptions will be available for kiosk collection, including antibiotics, inhalers, and blood pressure medication. Amazon has gotten into this the medical field there with the One Medical clinics. They're now trying to make it even easier in the areas where they do have these. They're starting with these pharmacy kiosks in their locations in Los Angeles in December, with plans to later expand to other locations.
You noticed how some of the ones that you read were what was the first medication? Was
antibiotics.
Okay, so antibiotics, because that's always something you need, and then blood pressure medicine, because how many times has anybody that's on blood pressure medicine been running low and had to call the pharmacy and they go, well, we can't just give you a 5-day extension. You have to get it. Great, you're making my blood pressure higher.
If you thought drone delivery was kind of cutting edge, there's a new startup called Inversion Space. They unveiled Arc, which is a reusable spacecraft designed to deliver cargo from orbit to anywhere on Earth within an hour. Did you get that 1 hour delivery, locally of your groceries or whatever? This, of course, is going to be more aimed at commercial and international customers and countries, and military use to have stuff quickly staged throughout the world ultimately is their goal. With this Arc vehicle,
that's scary.
It's Oh, we got a situation wherever we need to get whatever.
We'll send them right over in the filter.
China has successfully tested the world's largest inflatable flying wind turbine, called the S-1500. During a recent test, it became the first device of its kind to generate 1 megawatt of power. The turbine is about as tall as a 13-story building and as long as a basketball court, and it operates at heights up to almost 5,000 feet, where winds are faster and more stable than at the ground. The device was developed, but I can't even pronounce what this company is, but it features a main helium-filled gas bag with a ring wing that forms a giant duct to harness high-altitude winds. 12 generators are on board to generate the 100 kilowatts transmitted to the ground through tethering cables. Boy, this just sounds like a lot of room for stuff to go wrong.
Yeah, it does.
Flying turbines don't require large metal towers and rotors, which can reduce costs by 30%.
This is this is the much larger version of those big ass fans. You know the company big ass fans, like they have one out at Harley, and can't you just see on your morbid movie that you like, the series where everybody dies?
Final Destination?
Yeah, this big fan getting on the loose and just cutting through towns and cutting people in half.
For our cement/concrete contingent of listeners, MIT researchers have developed a concrete material that can store and release electrical energy like a battery, and the latest version is 10 times more powerful than the first time we told you about this technology. The material, called electron-conducting carbon concrete, is made by combining cement, water, ultrafine carbon black, and electrolytes to create a network inside concrete that can hold electricity. You guys out there doing a pour right now, think your job it's difficult now. Now you're going to have to be dealing with this down the road. Concrete batteries.
Electric. Oh, no.
Install some concrete batteries.
Listen to this text that just came in at 22526. Why would they steal iPhones? Don't their kids make them for school projects over there? Think about that.
California's governor has signed a law to limit ad volume on streaming platforms like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime, addressing complaints about loud commercials. It drives us all nuts when you're watching TV and it goes from a show or a game to a commercial and it's blowing you out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they've now put a law in place where it will be the responsibility of that state's attorney general to enforce this.
Step away from the SIGs. We've got to save ears.
Not Surgeon General.
Oh, okay. Different general.
Jesus, man. The streaming services must comply with volume limits by July of 2020. Good luck with that. I mean, this is as nice as that would be to force them into fixing that ongoing issue. Anyway, I think there's probably bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Hey, this is lovely. I'm sure many of you will love to hear this news. 1 in 5 high schoolers has had a romantic AI relationship or knows someone who has.
I'm
You got a
just
high
shaking my
school
head.
age child?
Yep. I got my first handy from a AI. Name was Darcy.
That's your science and technology news for this week.
Lynch and Taco. On demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.